chronic illnesses to late-stage cancers. One Massachusetts man says he has come up with a therapy that can heal almost any ailment.
The night team's Krista Delkamp shows us why people are putting their faith in his healing hands.
Recurring endometrial cancer,
hypothyroidism,
scoliosis.
It's a room full of people with terminal illnesses and debilitating diseases.
The doctors pretty much gave me 6 months.
It's also a room full of hope.
How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Hope that this Quincy man and his dolls can heal them. Acupuncturist Tom Tam came up with this practice he calls Tong Ren. He says using plastic dolls and small hammers, people can tap their way to good health.
I've been stable for almost 10 months now.
Here's how it works. Group members hold acupuncture dolls. Each person announces which part of their body needs healing.
MS.
That's when the group starts tapping a hammer on a certain energy point. And Tam says that sends healing energy to the person who needs it.
C6, C7.
What you're doing with the doll is you're focusing your mind on those specific points.
Carol Liotta of Duxbury is fighting liver cancer and was given only a short time to live. Now, 1 year later, she says she's healthy because of Tong Ren.
I've been stable, I feel well. Even when I get my blood work results back, it's perfectly normal.
6 years ago, when Rich Cronin was the lead singer for the boy band LFO, he had all the energy in the world. Then he was diagnosed with leukemia.
I was all skin and bones. I had absolutely no appetite, no energy, nothing.
He says Tong Ren helped him survive.
Everything was improved by going to Tom.
But some doctors warn there is no medical evidence proving Tong Ren is effective and say using it as a replacement for established medical treatments could be dangerous.
If a patient does go off of their medicine, it could worsen their medical condition without their knowledge.
The Massachusetts Board of Medicine has issued several complaints against Tam after he advertised himself a master. The board says it's a violation to, quote, make claims of professional superiority that you cannot substantiate. Tam did not want to be interviewed for this story, but he did tell 7 News his only goal is to make people well.
At the end of the day, if it makes you feel better, how can you argue with it?
Something's working. I look at life in a different way now. I think of it as a gift.
Krista Delkamp, 7 News.
Stage 4 cancers, fatal heart diseases, even paralysis. People with all of these conditions are all flocking to one man right here in Massachusetts who they believe is a miracle worker.
That's right. Fox 25's Debbie Rodman takes us to a therapy session unlike any you've ever seen.
Cancer was comfortable in my breast. It was a place that it wanted to be.
They said it's one of these conditions that's going to get worse and worse over time, and your life expectancy is probably not that long.
They are just 2 of thousands of people who say they should have been dead years ago.
You know, pretty soon my tests started to come back better and better.
The cancer cells were no longer there. The tumor had gotten, according to the mammogram, smaller.
They owe their lives, they say, to one man.
How you feel? Warm.
And his unique healing system called Tong Ren.
So we open the BL6 first.
His name is Tom Tam, a licensed acupuncturist here in Massachusetts, whose therapy is based in part on ancient Chinese practices. The concept? To use energy to make sick people well.
The tapping of the model is a way for us to focus our intent, focus our energy to send to the patient.
Thyroid, C6, C7.
Tom, his practitioners like Anita Daniels-Galletti, and even his patients bang on an acupuncture training doll marked with different energy points of the body.
P7. L1, 2, 3.
Someone has lung cancer. He's going to be calling out the medulla because it's the cardiac respiratory center of the brain.
The idea is together they can tap into the collective unconscious.
How do you feel now? Warm.
They say they're sending energy through the body, opening up blockages, allowing unhealthy cells to return to their normal state.
It's all the practitioners healing a patient. We can tap into this pool of energy in the universe in order to make that happen.
Tom calls this the guinea pig class. It's free, but people can give a $10 donation at the door. These group sessions are held all over the Bay State. This one in Quincy gets people from all over the world.
So many stage 4 cancers, people that have been in hospice that have rebounded and are now in remission.
The results are so dramatic, they've caught the attention of even this world-renowned cancer institute. Dana Farber tells Fox 25 they are now doing preliminary studies on Tom Tam and his healing methods.
I wasn't a believer in the beginning myself until I started hearing all these other people.
Craig Benson is the former governor of New Hampshire. A decade ago, he was diagnosed with a debilitating and often lethal heart condition.
I used to have a rapidly beating heart that you could feel all the time. I feel like I don't even have a heart inside my chest. It is so calm and quiet, it's unbelievable.
He changed his diet and believes combining Tom's acupuncture and Tong Ren changed his life.
People think you're a little bit different when you believe in things like this, and you're maybe not dealing with reality very well. But the fact of the matter is there's more than one way to cure problems in this world, and Tom's found a way to do it.
Catherine Baldwin is convinced Tong Ren healed her cancer. She's such a believer that after having part of her breast removed, she went on to become a full-time practitioner.
And there were no cancer cells left. None. Not one. Zero. All gone.
You didn't have chemotherapy, you
Nothing.
didn't have radiation,
No.
you didn't change your diet, you did nothing.
No.
What did your doctor say then?
Speechless.
But Tong Ren doesn't work for everybody. In fact, Tom Tam is controversial among some of his colleagues. The State Board of Medicine has received complaints. 3 years ago, after allegedly calling himself a master in certain methods, the Committee on Acupuncture wrote a letter of warning, saying it is a violation, quote, to make claims of professional superiority that you cannot substantiate. Tom Tam would not give us an on-camera interview because he feels critics have made unfair accusations.
You know, people might say, well, of course they're going to come and believe because they have no other choice.
Well, it's giving people hope, and hope is another thing that heals.
Some might say, though, that it's false hope.
Well, how can hope be false?
I'm Debbie Rodman, Fox 25 News.
Tom Tam says his treatments can be used along with modern medicine.
If you want more information on this, log on to our website, myfoxboston.com.